One thing that people don't realize is that games, and the ones we make, not every game, but the ones we make, take a minimum of 2 years to make. Some of them may take 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. Blizzard notoriously is known for having taken, for example, StarCraft took the better part of 8 years to make. Working on a single project for that long can really, put you in a bad place. That's why it's so important, basically, to have a life around the work and to have the opportunity to grow outside of your work environment. And I can say safely today that most of the guys that have come to work for us have really settled here. They've gotten married here. They're buying houses. They're finding an environment where they feel like they can raise a family. I'll give you a little bit more of a background actually on the studio itself. After Daxter, we kept our relationship with Sony going. We signed another game with them, which was their biggest franchise at the time, God of War. That was very good for us. It was very different. Daxter was a game rated E for everyone. God of War was an M-rated game, mature game, which is kind of a 360 for us. I mean, 180, sorry, not a 360 for us to completely, do something different and aimed at a different audience. On that, we reached out to another publisher, which was Capcom, because we had a project that we were very passionate about, that I especially loved, and they proposed that we take it to the Wii. So that was really the first time that we went outside of the Sony bounds to work on something different. That was 2006. We released both our first God of War game and Okami Wii in 2006. We kept on going with Sony, so this relationship has been going on for the better part of 6.5 years, I think now. We are one of the very few developers that are not owned by Sony that are, still working on some of their #1 titles. The next game we're doing, Ghost of Sparta, is due out at the end of this year. Like I said, we're in major crunch mode right now, so everybody's pretty much, spending time at work and not time with their family. But the future for us actually is probably growth. It's hard to say, especially with this economy. A lot of people have asked us how we went through what we did, without suffering too much. I would love to say it was because of us, because we made the right decisions. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just because, circumstances are such that the right, stars align. The relationship with Sony helped us a lot. They were very supportive of the way we did things. But one of the things that I realized, especially talking to a lot of friends around the industry who have companies, I should say who had companies and who don't have companies anymore, is that there was a kind of bubble in Orange County. We felt the downturn of the industry way less than what I saw other people feel. I would meet them at conferences, and things would be hard for everybody around. But even though things were hard here, it wasn't as bad. We took, like I said, it took until last month or 2 months ago to really feel the effects of it, where we had to let go of some people and restructure a little. But except for that, we were able to navigate through all of this without too many worries, without too much impact on the team, too much impact on our project, and too much impact on the future. One of the big things that made me want to do this, and also the reason why I want to thank Chris and to let me allow actually to come here and to speak to you guys, is that as the company grows, we're realizing more and more that we'll need to reach out to other businesses, and especially in different fields. Gaming used to be so segregated. It used to be about geeks making games for other geeks. And that's the way we saw this industry, and that's the way this industry was for the better part of its life. And in the last few years, this industry has grown way beyond what anybody expected. I think back in 2005, the gaming industry overtook all other entertainment industry in gross income around the world. I believe the last time I saw figures for the gaming industry in 2009, the game industry had gross revenue of over $50 billion, which is about, I believe, 2.5 times the American revenue for movies. It's about slightly bigger actually than the revenue for music around the world. So we're finally being noticed in some ways or the other. Although still although we're being noticed, the public for games is very small, and the people who are making games and that community is still very small compared to other industries. And as we keep growing, we see new things. We see social gaming come into play. We see money being generated by other means than just selling a game. Social gaming is not anymore about packaging the games and putting them out there. Social gaming is about ad revenue. It's about being able to not sell the game, but maybe sell an add-on onto the game. And all those different revenue systems have also changed the way we think about how we make games. It's not that small enclosed bubble anymore. We need to reach out. We need to find advertising agencies that can really work with us, that can help us not only advertise ourselves, but like a company like Massive Black did, advertise in-game. What better way to reach out to people today than, and especially kids and the entrepreneurs of tomorrow, than to have whatever company it is, your ad inside the game as you're playing. You look up and there you have it. You have a big billboard, and it's something that changes on the fly. It's something that the next time you play will be something different. People have already tried to do this, and it's already started. But there is so much more to be done, actually, and it's not just having images. It's having video. It's having a TV broadcast inside the game that's an actual real TV broadcast, so you can stop to play, sit down for a minute, and watch an episode of your best, your favorite sitcom. I don't know how far we can. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, exactly. I mean, anything that we can do to help, inside there, and it's again just beyond gaming. World of Warcraft, the last game that, not the last one, the one before that Blizzard put out, the most successful MMO that's ever been put out. It's a great game. I mean, I have to say, and it's not just because of my love for Blizzard, but it's one of the best designed games I've ever seen. Not just because of the gameplay mechanics, but because of what it is. And what it is a social network. It's a way for you to reconnect with people all around the world, to talk to them, to share your life with them, and share a second life, with people that you really haven't met ever. I've heard of people, getting married, not only in game but in real life after having met on WoW. So, gaming is changing. Gaming is different. Gaming is not the bubble that we were so accustomed to. And with that, especially with businesses around Irvine, like Chris was saying, more than 12,000 businesses around here, I'm pretty sure we can find some connections here and there. And we're looking into it right now as we're finishing our last game. We're looking into print material that we need to do, not only for the company, but for outside. We're looking into other connections. For example, the team at Red and the company actually split into two different divisions last year. 90% and 95%, I would say, of the focus is on making games, and 5% of the focus is on our technology and licensing technology. It wasn't something we really wanted to explore just when we started the company, but so many people asked that we realized, okay, maybe that's something we need to do. And as we started looking into it, we started realizing also we need a PR firm to represent us. We can't be the ones telling other people, look how great we are. We need somebody to basically, pitch what we have, sales companies, whatever it is, QA, quality assurance companies to test out this stuff. These are all things that are there in our future that one day or the other we will have to, reach out to other companies. And if that happens here in the surroundings of, Irvine, so much the better. It'll be an easier communication. It'll be easier to see each other face to face rather than, working all across the world. With all that said, I'm just going to look at my notes for a second.